Okay, so today is day 6 of me recording myself every day until I'm successful. Right, so as y'all see, we walking around today, but we still gonna be reading the same book. Don't think I'm slipping. I got that shit in my pocket. Hope y'all can. I ain't slipping at all, you feel me? It's right in the pocket, but y'all heard me yesterday. I was like, I wish I was walking around vlogging right now. So I can do what I want, you feel me? So that's what we about to do today. We about to walk around and do the same thing, but just go on a little walk while we do it. So before we get started, let's make an announcement. So I've been talking about how I wanted to start up this community where we have like a group, a chat where we can talk about all things that we want to do to better ourselves, like freaking foods that we can eat that are good for us, or books to read, podcasts, whatever y'all want to talk about, money related topics, budgeting, things like that. Anything, right? We got that started. I told y'all we was gonna have it coming. So it's gonna be the link in the description. I'm using Telegram. The group will be called We Want More, right? So anybody can join it. It's free. I don't get anything from it. It's free to join. Click the link. Let's build it up, bro. Let's make this shit big. I don't know. Let's just see where it goes. But yeah, it's free to join. It's gonna be the first link in the description. It's called We Want More. Download Telegram if you don't already got it. People in the back hooping and shit. I'm happy because they just had a somebody was like cutting grass for the past 2 hours and it finally stopped, right? So that's good. But let's get right into it. But yeah, join that group. It's gonna be jumping, bro. We're gonna be in there every day, interacting, learning from each other, helping each other grow. Anybody can join, like I said. It doesn't cost anything. All you gotta do is join. Fuck it. Hold up. I was trying to talk. The book is stuck in my pocket. Hold up. It was good at first. Now, God, come here. Stop playing. Hold up. Give me a second. This out of pocket. Maybe I should just hold the book, right? Yeah, I'll just hold it. Ooh, let's show some scenery though while we walking around. Beautiful. By the time this camera turned around, the book should have been out my pocket, right? But it's not. Yo, this is really crazy. Hold up, no way. Oh, there we go. All right. So, yep. Back at it. The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. Dr. Joseph Murphy. So today we on chapter 6, which is... I didn't actually think about how this was going to go, like vlogging and do it. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Practical techniques and mental healing. So this chapter actually went into a lot of like different things and gave us a bunch of different techniques that we can use to heal ourselves, whether it be through the mind or through the body. So in the other chapters we talk more about how it works, but in today's chapter we're going to dive into things and actions that you can actually put into your own life. You feel me? So let's dive right into it. So I tried to focus more so, because he gave a lot of different techniques, but I tried to focus more so on the ones that I have used personally so that I can speak on them, because those are the ones that I've experienced. Tennis games and whatnot going on around here. I walked this trail earlier this morning when I first got here, so I'm probably going to explore a different way, because when I walked straight, it was like houses and stuff down there. Oh, I'm excited about this group though, y'all. Go join that. So, let's get into the first quote. I'll show y'all actually now. So it says, the most fundamental and the most far-reaching activity in life is that which you build into your mentality every waking hour. Your word is silent and invisible. Nevertheless, it is real. You are building your mental home at all times, and your thoughts and mental imagery represent your blueprint. Hour by hour, moment by moment, you can build radiant health and success and happiness by the thoughts you think, the ideas you harbor, the beliefs you accept, and the scenes you rehearse in the hidden studio of your mind. This stately mansion, upon the construction of which you are perpetually engaged, is your personality, your identity in this plane, your whole life story on this earth. Get a new blueprint. Build silently by realizing peace, harmony, joy, and goodwill in the present moment. By dwelling upon these things and claiming them, your subconscious will accept your blueprint and bring all these things to pass. All right, so that was the first one that kind of stuck out to me. The technique that he named it is the passing over technique for impregnating your subconscious, right? So impregnating your subconscious, it sounds freaky. I ain't gonna lie. It sounds like he on some freak shit, but it's a good one, right? Because you're impregnating your subconscious with these thoughts, and you putting it inside of it. Yo, tennis is jumping. My fault. Dang, it's litty over here. I might have to come in and get a game in one day. Look, zoom in. They catching vibes. Okay. That's lit. I never like actually walked over to this part. That's dumb cool. But that was the way I walked earlier, like down towards there, so. Actually, yeah, let's keep going this way because it looks like more houses that way, so there's no point in going that way. Right? But how's it going? Dang, they got some good games going on here. It's like a whole league or something. Or they look like they're playing pickleball. Oh yeah, I think this is pickleball, not tennis. Okay, it's litty up here. I always hear like tennis. The past 2 days that I've been here, I heard, I'm talking about I'm always here. I've been here the past 2 days. But I heard like balls hitting. I thought it was tennis. Pickleball, they got it jumping up there. Oh, frick. My fault. I got so excited walking by. I saw a whole league. I got distracted about the cool. Right. But what it says here is the most fundamental and most far-reaching activity in life is that which you build into your mentality every waking hour. So the most fundamental thing, the most important thing in our life is that mentality. Why? Because that mentality is who we are. As we all know, our mentality is probably most important. You probably already know that, right? Exactly. So you got to work on building that mentality up. You got to work on that every hour, as it says. It's not just sometimes or when you feel like it. And like we've already been saying, be open. Be open, bro, please. So yeah, you're building that mental home. That mental home is just that, just how we think. It's just who we are and our mentality, right? So this is what else I underlined, and this was, okay, the scenes we rehearse. The scenes you rehearse in your mind. So it's not only about what we think, but it's also about what we see. And it's going to get it more into that like in depth later in the chapter, but I highlighted that one because when I thought about scenes, it made me think about like school, for example, right? Say when you have like to present something in class or something, and you're so nervous and you just rehearsing this scene in your head over and over again of the whole class laughing at you, the whole class laughing when you go up because maybe you're imagining that you might stutter or you might not remember what you had to talk about, and then when you get up there you freeze to the point where you can't even do the presentation no more, right? And it's because you were rehearsing that scene over and over and over again, and it came to reality once it was time for you to present. Catch these vibes real quick. Shit, I'm showing somebody's house and all that, but yeah, they said there's a park down there. When I was out here this morning, it was dark. It was kind of scary, I ain't gonna lie. But like, I be thinking, even when it's dark and I'm like in nature and stuff, like if it's meant for me to die this way, like that's crazy, but it is what it is. Like that's really how I think, right? But let's continue. So yeah, the same way we rehearse, like I said, we rehearse in school where it's those negative rehearsals. You can rehearse positive things too. So just change your rehearsals. Cars dropping by. That's what I was talking about though. It's just houses in this direction of scene. But that sign right there, it says like, is a park this way? So, oh, my arm is getting kind of. Ooh, what's this? Is this a trout? Only one way to find out, huh? Why's my finger like blocking the camera? Oh, there we go. Let's see what this is. Doesn't look like. Oh, it's not. Well, I guess it's a trail that wraps around right back to the street. I mean, it's a trail for sure, but not a lit trail. Okay. So the next quote. Oh, this one was short, but I just highlighted it because I'm gonna keep saying it to y'all. You must ask believing if you are to receive, right? And that's a short one. I just literally highlighted that because you have to believe before you can do anything. Believe in yourself. Like, you have to believe before you can receive, as it says here. So if you don't believe in it, it'll never come true. And you can't believe if you aren't open to believing. You can't believe if you aren't open to change. You know what I mean? So you have to be willing to change first. Well, first you have to be willing to dig deep into yourself and see what it is that needs changing. Because like he said, we talked about before, sometimes we... Don't rain on me like that, tree. But like we said before, sometimes we focus on them conditions instead of focusing on the causes of those conditions, right? So dig deep into yourself and see like where the roots of these things are coming from and how things got started in you. And then after that, you start to change, right? But after that, you gotta, before anything, we have to believe. Believe in yourself. It might not happen overnight, but keep believing that you'll believe one day, and you'll believe. That was a lot of believing in one sentence. So next, he talks about, sorry, I stopped walking for a second. The visualization technique. You can see with your naked eye only what already exists in the external world. In a similar way, that which you can visualize in your mind's eye already exists in the invisible realms of your mind. Any picture you have in your mind is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. What you form in your imagination is as real as any part of your body. The idea and the thought are real and will one day appear in your objective world if you are faithful to your image. Right, so we talked about visualization. I brung it up, but now he's giving us a more like definitive description of it, right? So what is visualization? Visualization is just basically visualizing what you want and the desired outcome as it already is, right? So let's use an example that you want a new body. You want to get in shape. You want to get stronger. So you visualize, you might be a fat frick, 300 pounds, pure slob, pure flabberblast. It might be. You might be skinny, you might be underweight, and you want to gain weight, whatever. And there's no body shaming. It is what it is. You are who you are. But we're just using this example for visualization. But you visualize that body, that desired outcome that you want. Maybe you want to throw on a couple pounds. You visualize yourself being strong and fit and in shape as if you already were that person, and then it comes about. And just so I wanted to bring up a reason that we know visualization isn't jabba jabba, blubba blabba. We're all visual learners to some extent. And we know this. Just how our mind works is important. Wait, did I just walk into a dead end? Why would they ever lie to me like this? Look, there's no way. Impossible. Y'all didn't just do it. Yo. This is insane. I just got bamboozled. I promised the sign said it was a park this way. That's crazy. It be your own signs lying to you. Wow. But let's get back on track, right? So we know visualization, that we're all visual learners. We know that we're all visual learners to some extent, because how do we learn to walk? By seeing other people walk, right? And how do we learn to walk? Is from our subconscious mind. So we learn how to walk before we can learn how to talk. Is it adding up now? So it's not only about what we think and about what we hear and what we tell ourselves, because naturally we were born with that subconscious. We learn to talk over time from hearing other people. Naturally, we learn from what we see. We learn how to walk from seeing other people walk when we were younger, from seeing our mom walk, or not even just walking. We learn from seeing a lot of things, like that's what they call, we do what we were modeled after. You know what I mean? Is it making sense? I'm gonna try to think of another example. Okay, so like even people who form bad habits like smoking cigarettes. Maybe your parents didn't tell you, yo, go smoke cigarettes just like me when you get older. But every day growing up, they modeled them smoking cigarettes, so it was normal to you. So now when you get older, you smoke cigarettes because that's what you saw growing up. You feel me? We don't naturally just be born like, yo, I'm trying to smoke a cig. A cig will hit right now. You feel me? Is what we're modeled after, what we see. So that's why it's important to know that what you visualize is just as important as our thoughts. So visualization is another key, not only thinking. And then, what does it say here? Okay. What you form in your imagination is real as any part of your body. The idea and the thought are real and will appear one day in the objective world. The objective world is just the conscious world. The subjective is the subconscious. So the objective is this world that I'm on right now. Trees behind me and stuff like that. If you are faithful to your mental image. So you have to be faithful to that mental image, what we talked about. And what does faithful mean? Faithful means two things. Faithful means to stay with something or someone, to like, you don't give up on something that you're faithful to. You don't leave your wife and say, I'm faithful. You don't leave your boyfriend and say, yeah, I'm faithful. So in the same way, you have to be faithful to that mental image. You can't give up on it. You can't leave it. You have to stick out with it. Because like I said, it might not happen overnight to where it's just so easy. And what else does faithful mean? Faithful means to have faith, to believe in something, right? So you have to believe that that mental image will become true. Okay? So let's get into the next. Oh, my arm. Oh, frick. This vlogging ain't for the week. Phew, baby. Okay, so this is the next one. It's called Mental Movie Method. And it says, act as though I am and I will be. Now, I've used this one too. That's why I highlighted it. And I love this one. It's so fun. Now, you could use this one in different ways. I've only used it once because I read some other book that talked about it. And I was like, yo, I'm going to give this a try. And I talked about the example before, but I'm about to break it down again. So it says, act as though I am and I will be. So the mental movie method is just basically like literally acting. Like you're in a movie, like you're being an actor. So whatever it is you want, you act as if like you are that person. So the example that I'm gonna use is, I talked about in a previous, I don't remember which day it was, but I talked about, okay, I had to cross the street, you feel me? I ain't about to get hit for this content now. I ain't about to get hit trying to teach y'all something. It ain't that, oh my God, but look. Am I wrong? It says Dye Creek, Greenway, Carolina, thread trail this way. False advertisement. False advertisement at its best, actually, because why would you lie to me like that? It says points in this direction. That direction is a dead end full of houses. Sunrise to 10 p.m. It's definitely not 10 p.m. It's probably about, I don't know, but it's not 10 p.m. I don't know what time it is, but it's the morning time, right? So, yeah, so, frick. My fault, that sign just riled me up real quick. Kind of upset me for lying to me. But yeah, like we talked about, act as though I am and I will be. So you act as if you already are the thing that you want, that desired outcome, and it'll come. So in my example that I'm about to give y'all, which I talked about, I did the karaoke. I've never wanted to do karaoke. I've never desired to do karaoke. Whenever I've been in karaoke bars and like my friends have seen, I watch other people do it and like laugh and stuff. But I was just always, oh, I'm too thorough. I just never cared to do it. You feel me? But when I was reading the last book I just read, it talked about stuff. So I literally did it just so I could practice the things that I'm doing and put them into use in my real life. Right. So when I went up there, one of the things I told myself was, I remember he talked about the same method, was like acting, like kind of a fake it till you make it kind of mindset. Right. But in a positive way. So I went up there acting like I was really a rapper. I was singing Drake best, started from the bottom. And when I went up there, I was like, yo, like I'm about to perform. Like I'm really Drake. Like I'm about to really go up there. Like I actually rap. Like I do this. Whole time was my first time. Last time I tried karaoke before, I butchered it. Like I just stopped saying the words. I just started trolling, and I was up there like these. You feel me? Cause I didn't know what to do. I was stuck. Right. So yeah, you go up there, and I just acted like I was literally a rapper. I went up there and I acted like I've been here before, like, and I was acting, but it worked. Shit worked, bro. I'm not gonna lie, it worked. It worked wonders. Like I went up there confident, and I was just in the moment. I was just in that state, and you could do it too in other ways. Like if you want to act, I don't know what other ways, but yeah, whatever way you want to do, think about it. That's the technique that works. So then this next one, I'll show y'all around a little bit first. So, I wish I could walk down there. Probably can. I would have to jump over this gate though. So then it says, the Bodine technique. He discovered that the best way to impress the subconscious mind is to enter into a sleepy, drowsy state, or a state akin to sleep, to which all effort was reduced to a minimum. Right? And it's just recently that this has been happening to me. I don't know if it's the powers of this book or what the heck is going on, but bro, when I'm asleep, it's like my vibrations are at an all-time high. And I've been doing this method. I've been like putting ideas and thoughts into my subconscious, and it's like I said, it's at like a different level. I don't know what it is about being in that sleepy state. I think it's like he says here, because, or a state akin to sleep, to which all efforts were reduced to a minimum. Right? So it makes sense though, because when we're asleep, we're not trying. You don't have to try to get into that, well, not when you're asleep, when you're sleepy, you don't have to try to get into that subconscious state, that higher self state, because that's the state that we're naturally in. Those are our natural selves when we're asleep. When we're asleep, we're not conscious. We just are. You feel me? So when we're in that drowsy state, that sleepy state, tennis game jumping behind me. It's like a pool and everything right here. But we're in that state. I don't know the science behind it, but being in that sleepy state, bro, it works. It works for some reason. I'll tell you that. Like, get into that sleepy state and just whatever you want. Whatever it is that you want, talk to yourself. Implant those things in your head, just how you're trying to do while you're awake. But just do it while you're sleepy, and it works wonders. Hey, like, and another thing is, sometimes, bro, your vibration, like honestly, your vibration, you might just be on a low vibration. Like, if things aren't where you, if you're not in that state, or not even saying if you're not in that state, because you might not be at a low vibration, but you just don't know how to access it. But if you try to access, you will. But sometimes you might just be at a low vibration from doing things like smoking every day, or beating your gat every day, I be figuring everybody not from Philly, beating your meat every day, or drinking, getting drunk, and just doing negative things and eating junk food all day. So that's another thing that's important, is to take care of yourself for things like this to work. And it takes time. So take time with yourself and take care of yourself, bro, because that's the stuff that helps you get to that, be that better. What am I trying to think? I was gonna walk that way, but there's nothing over there either, so I'm about to just walk back to the park that I came from. That's where the vibes are. And plus, they got this tennis game going on right here. I know y'all can hear all these pickles and the balls being slapped around, right? But raise your vibrations, bro. Do better things, and it'll help you with this stuff easier. I don't know if you might be able to do it while you beat your meat every day or beat your gat every day. I don't know who you are or how you work, but I feel like it'll be easier to do these things once you work on yourself and become a better version of yourself, that higher self, and are better with your subconscious, right? So I just want to throw that in there. You should want to work on yourself anyway, though, bro. Like, it feels good. I'll tell you that. It feels good. It feels so good. It's like a feeling that just feels amazing. Like, you literally just feel good. Like, you know how when you have to, no, it's better than that. I was gonna say, you know how when you had to pee after a long day and you just been holding in this crazy pee, you just like, yo, this feel amazing. Like, it feels better than that, bro. And it can last for a minute. Like, it lasts for a while. Like, you just feel yourself vibrate, and it just feels amazing. Right? Dang, I kind of want to sit down. My arm is hurting. All right. So let's continue. So yeah, that's the Bodine technique, or whatever he called it, and getting into that drowsy state. So then, this one right here, I just highlighted this for the simple fact y'all gonna see. The thankful heart is always close to the creative forces. Oh, sorry, let me read that in more sync. The creative heart is always close to the creative forces of the universe, causing countless blessings to flow forward it. by the law and reciprocal relationship based on the cosmic law and reaction. We should be thankful even before our prayers are answered. Right? So that one, I literally just highlighted because gratitude can go such a long way, bro. Just like whenever you stressed or in a situation where you just not feeling good, or you wake up having a bad morning or whatever it may be, literally any situation, gratitude goes such a long way. Just giving yourself time to think about the things that are going good and be thankful for. Or even in this situation, like what he talks about and using it in this way is being thankful for things, as he says, even before you received it. So when you're trying to manifest those things and bring it to life, so if you're talking about, I want to be rich, if you're saying that to yourself, I want to be rich, I want to be rich, and you're praying for it, you're praying to God, or doing whatever you do, you're trying to bring it up. Look how lit this park is. I'm sorry, I be getting so sidetracked. I can't help it though. Just look at it. I never really like seen this. I mean, I guess that's a good thing, because why would I be in the park at my big age? But this park looks lit, bro. But yeah, like what I was saying, if you want to be rich and you're thanking God or thinking whatever you believe in, yourself, whatever higher powers, your subconscious, whatever you want to think, you're thinking it and being grateful for it as if you know it'll come, or as if you know it has already came. So what I like to do, me personally, is I know I'm gonna get to these things that I want to get. I know it, so I'm already thankful for it. I personally don't be like, I already am, unless I already am. But like, whatever I don't have and I want it, I know I'm gonna achieve it. So I'm thankful that I'm gonna be in that place. Oh my God, did I find the right trail? Did I find the right way to go? Did I find it? Am I him? Am I Himothy? And she wanna swim. Pull up with her friend. Time my guap by 10. Ran it up, then did it again. Ooh, turn me up. Did I find it? Say less. Oh my gosh, am I lying to myself? Is this another dead end? But yeah, we'll get into that. There's another thing that kind of talks about that, what I just said, later on. So I ain't gonna get too deep into that. Let's continue. All right, so I did lie. This, in fact, is not a trail. And I just got dumb hype. I just spit this whole freestyle for nothing. Like, literally got to a dead end, bro. That's insanity. Ooh, look though. I guess it's a waterfall. Miniature, but still cool nonetheless. Let's check it out. Oh, shucks. That would have been a terrible joint. This rock is unstable. They need to put a note on that. Oh no, it's this one. People can hurt themselves. All right, but yeah, be thankful, bro. Just be thankful. And let's continue. Waterfall is lit, I guess. Like, whenever I've come to this park, I only usually stay at that part where, like, the basketball court was. So that's why I'm kind of exploring. It's also my first time seeing most of this stuff. But let's get right into the next thing. Okay, so the next one is called the affirmative method. And it states, to affirm is to state that it is so. As you maintain the attitude of mind as true, regardless of all evidence to the contrary, you will receive an answer to your prayers. Your thought can only affirm. For even if you deny something, you are actually affirming the presence of which you deny. 1 second. I want to make sure something before we yeah. But yep, to affirm is to state that it is so. As you maintain the attitude of mind as true, regardless of all evidence to the contrary, you receive an answer to your prayer. Your thought can only affirm, for even if you deny something, you are actually affirming the presence of what you deny. So the affirmative method is just basically, frick, they trying to get me to step on the same rock. It ain't gonna happen again. Let's step on Big Burr right there. Get up. Yep. But to affirm is, like he says, to say something as if it already is so. So when you're affirming, like we said when we talked about that rich example, you can say, I affirm that I'm already rich. I affirm that I'm already wealthy. I affirm that I'm healthy. That's something I like to do because I am healthy. And I tell my body stuff like that. Like, I know I'm healthy. I know I'm this. Or I know I'm a generous person. I know I'm kind. So I affirm those things to myself. You feel me? So you can mix up these methods too and use them in different ways, because you might want to, I personally don't affirm things. Well, I affirm them, but in a different way. Like, so how I said you can affirm that I am rich. Me personally, I affirm like I'm going to be rich. I'm going to help people. I'm going to make an impact on the world. I affirm those things, not I am doing those. But you can do it. It's whatever works for you. So that's why we're going through all these different methods. So maybe you can try them out and see what works for you, or see which ones you like. But it's about testing them and taking time and experimenting and being open. We're going to say that every single day. You have to be open to try these things, because if you aren't open, you don't even believe, then you'll get nowhere, right? So that's literally all I ask from y'all. And to join the Telegram group. Link in the description. Go join. Let's make this something. Let's help each other grow. I'm going to be in there active. Invite other people who want the same things. Like, don't invite no trolls, please. But yeah, you feel me? I'm sorry. Let's get back on track. So affirm is to state that is so. So as it says, the same way that you can affirm positive things, you can also affirm something when you deny it. Because it says you are actually affirming the presence of what you deny. Right? So if you're affirming, I'm broke, I'm so broke, and you keep saying that to yourself all day, what do you get? You stay broke. You never hear a broke person become rich overnight, unless they hit the lottery, and then they become back broke most of the times. Right? They become broke most of the time, because that's who they are at their essential being. So even when they get that come up, their true higher self is still that broke person, because that's the mentality that they were in, right? So the same way that you can affirm positive things, you can also affirm negative things, right? So that's something to think about. So when you speak on negative things, think about it like that. You're literally affirming those negative outcomes, those conditions into your life, right? So let's get into the next one. One second. Okay, so this is gonna be the last quote before we get to the highlights, and I highlight this one because it's very important. When we realize the power that moves the world is moving on our behalf and is backing up our own word, our confidence and assurance grow. You do not try to add power to power. There must be no mental striving, coercion, force, or mental wrestling. Right? So what is that saying? Think about it. It's literally just saying that the power is already within us. Right? As it says, you can't add power to power. And when we realize that the power is already in us, we realize that whatever outcome that whatever outcome you want, no matter what it is, you know it'll already come. So you're confident in that. Because what is that? You're moving on God's timing. You trust in God. You have that confidence in God, or that higher power, your higher self, whatever you want to believe in, you have that confidence that it'll come, because you're trusting that higher power. So you don't try to add power to power, because what does that become? It becomes greed. That's where greed is. And I remember I did an interview with somebody not too long ago, and she said something and she was like, if you want too much, that's being greedy. But it's not being greedy unless, like, getting what you deserve and getting what you want isn't greed, but wanting too much is greed. So if you're trying to add power to power, that's trying to be greedy. That's trying too hard. Which is what he says, there must be no mental striving, coercion, force, or mental wrestling, right? So no going back and forth in your head. You shouldn't have to try too hard. But that also doesn't mean do nothing. Not trying too hard doesn't mean do nothing, just sit around all day and go to sleep, because that's not trying at all. It means trying just enough, which is doing your best. Do your best, right? And you do your best. Oh, all right. So I read this book, The Inner Game of Tennis, and he talks about this in such a great way. He relates it to self one and self two. So your self one is just that conscious mind, and your self two is just the subconscious mind, right? So when he talks about this trying too hard and not having to try too hard, he says when we try too hard, we're using self one, that conscious mind, right? Because when we're self two, we're moving on God's timing. That self two, that subconscious, is doing exactly what it needs to do. So you're trying your best. Yes, you're doing your best. You want to do the best ability you can. You do want to put an effort. You don't want to do nothing and just sit around. But you don't want to over try yourself, because then you're working harder and not smarter. You feel me? Is that making sense? So because when you're working harder and not smarter, you're using self one, which is that conscious mind, which comes into you maybe working all day because you have to think about all these bills and take care of your kids, and which is nothing wrong with it. I'm just using these as an example. You're working hard, you're working 30-hour shifts just to make ends meet, and you're not doing anything. Versus if you use self two, that subconscious, you're not trying to add power to power. You already know you got that power, and you're doing exactly what you need to do, and you're on God's timing, and everything is just working in your favor. Like, you know, they got those people that say everything he touches turns to gold. Like, everything he does, it just works out. He's not trying too hard. He's just living his life, and life always works in his favor because he believes in that higher self. He trusts in his abilities. He trusts in that. He has that confidence that whatever he does will work. That confidence in whatever, right? So your assurance and all of that will grow. You don't try to add power to power. There must be no mental striving, coercion, force, or mental wrestling. And I just want to add in, do your best. Don't do less than your best. You'll know if you're doing less than your best. We know ourselves better than anyone. Sometimes we try to deny it. Sometimes we try to hide it. But we know ourselves. You know when you're doing your best. So do your best. Put your best effort in. You know when it's time to switch from something. If maybe something isn't serving you anymore. Maybe that job isn't working for you anymore. Maybe it's time to get a new one. Maybe it's time to go into a new call and try something different, or whatever it is for you. You know, we know ourselves best, right? So I can't speak for you. Live your own life. Love yourself. Do your best. Believe in yourself. We're gonna wrap this up with the highlights. Serve yourself with something. I don't feel like reading the highlights today. They're basically just what we talked about. I'll read some of them to you. Desire to accomplish things the easy way with sure aid of mental science. You can build radiant health, success, and happiness by the thoughts you think in the hidden studio of your mind. That studio we talked about is just acting out those mental scenes in our head, right? So we kind of went over enough today to where I feel like I don't have to read the highlights. So we're going to wrap it up, okay? Hope y'all enjoyed day 6. We're back at it tomorrow, so make sure you subscribe. Share the video with a friend. Like the video. Have on notifications so you can be notified every day I post, because I'm posting every day. Come along with me along this journey. Discord, I'm saying Discord. I don't even be on Discord. Why the frick did I just say that? Telegram link in the description. Come and join that. Check us out, bro. Like, if you got anything to add in there, come help me out too. Or if you want to learn something, type about things you want to learn. And I'll literally go ahead and research things for us in that thing. Like, I want to put in pain in there. I want other people to be able to grow with me. And more than this, because with that, we can be interactive with each other. We can talk about things that we learned every day, because when I'm done reading these books throughout the day, I'm still doing other stuff to better myself. This is just what I'm recording. You feel me? I'll be in the gym, I'll be watching podcasts, which I'm gonna bring y'all along, stuff like that too, but I'll be doing a bunch of other stuff. I'll be asking for like healthy meals to cook, and y'all can help me with that. We can talk about different books that I'm not reading. We can talk about anything in there. Whatever y'all want to talk about, let me know, and we can talk about that in there. And I'm going to try to throw some stuff in there just to have, you feel me, so we can be in. But link in the description. If it's giving you any troubles, let me know, because it's just up and running, right? So join that. New video dropping tomorrow. Shout out to you for watching. Dap me up. I mess with you. You my guy. Stay tuned. It's been your boy Shaestackz, and I'm out.